first for the visiting Kingsmen. Leading off for the Kingsmen, playing center field, is wearing the number 3, Darian Whitaker. Batting second, the shortstop, wearing number 6, is Aiden Rice. Batting third, the right fielder, wearing number 18, is Cam Troyer. Batting fourth, the third baseman, wearing number 28, is Bryce Frederick. Batting fifth is the left fielder, wearing number 5, Nick Solorzano. Batting sixth is the first baseman, wearing number 31, Blake Beavis. Batting seventh, the designated hitter, wearing number 21, is Jack Killalay. Batting eighth is the second baseman, wearing number 7, is Ryan Fuhardy. And batting ninth for the Kingsmen is the catcher tonight, wearing number 17, Jack Austin. Tonight's starting pitcher for the Kingsmen baseball team is number 15, Caleb Cox. And the rest of the Kingsmen baseball team were head coached by Mr. Joe Hudak. His assistant coaches are Tyler Baker and Ryan Sheehan. Tonight's umpiring crew is as follows. Behind the dish at home plate is Mr. Brandon Johnson. At first base is Mr. Matt Newman. And at third base is Mr. Scott Ginger. Goldpanner fans, are you ready? Let's meet the starters for your Alaska Goldpanners. Starting in right field, wearing the number 13 is Logan Drummond. Starting in center field is wearing the number 10, Carl Peters. Starting in left field, wearing the number 7, Eric Smelko. Starting at third base, wearing the number 17, Robert Mate. Starting at shortstop, wearing the number 9, Ty Barenko. Starting at second base, wearing the number 8, Logan Redeman. Starting at first base, wearing the number 28, Donovan Ratfield. Catching for your Alaska Goldpanners tonight is number 15, Jackson Frankovich. Tonight's starting pitcher for your Alaska Goldpanners is number 18, Keaton Chase. Today's designated hitter for your Goldpanners is number 5, Eddie Alfaro. And the rest of your Alaska Goldpanners were field managed by Mr. Brett Latchman. His assistant coaches are Carlos Gonzalez, Jack Gonzalez, Logan Smith, and Omar Gonzalez. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time we ask that you please stand as I hand the microphone down to Mr. Shane to introduce us to our singers for tonight.
All right. How's everybody doing? Welcome to Faith and Family Night. You know, there's a scripture in the Bible where Jesus prayed for his people, and a lot of people don't realize this, but he only has one prayer for us today recorded in scripture. And he prayed that we would be one, united, so that the world would believe. A very powerful prayer, and something that maybe you don't know in Fairbanks, but there's about 35 pastors and another 15 or 20 ministry leaders that for years have been meeting together, praying together from all denominations in this city, and loving one another and networking together. And a lot of those ministries and churches have funded tonight's corporate sponsorship to provide tickets. And one of those guys is Pastor Jonathan Bagwell from Apostolics of Fairbanks Church, and he's going to give us the invocation. . Heavenly Father, we thank you for the opportunity we have to be here tonight. Thank you for such a beautiful night. We ask, dear God, only this, that you would keep the fun to the maximum, the injuries to the minimum, and you would let your people in this city, in this region, have a united time in you. In the name of Jesus, bless us this night. Amen.
Amen. Thank you, Jonathan.
All right, and tonight we've got a special treat after the game. Edward and Galilee Halbert are going to be singing some awesome worship songs with and for us, and she's going to do the national anthem with us now, or for us.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you, Galilee. All right, baseball fans, we have a very special guest heading out to the mound to throw our ceremonial first pitch. Tonight's ceremonial first pitch will be pitched by a local baseball guy who plays for the Giants here in the Interior Youth Baseball League. His name is Andrew, who happens to be Shane's son. Andrew, throw out the ceremonial first pitch. Thank you, Andrew. All right, baseball fans, on the count of three, I want you to yell out, play ball. 1, 2, 3. Let's play some Friday Night Baseball.
Good Friday evening, everybody, and welcome to Growden Field here in Fairbanks, Alaska. Friday Night Baseball. It is Faith and Family Night tonight, and many of the local churches did pitch in to sponsor tonight, and a lot of free tickets throughout the local churches here in the Fairbanks North Pole area. So a nice crowd already coming in here on a gorgeous Friday night. Wind has definitely died down from last night. Sunshine right now, partly cloudy, so a beautiful night for some baseball here. Game number 2 of this 4-game series between the Alaska Goldpanners and the Kingsmen from South Carolina, from Rock Hill, South Carolina, which is about 15 miles south of Charlotte, South Carolina. So they're probably happy to be up here out of the heat and the humidity that they're facing over there on the southeast coast and in the east and the low south. So very hot there, about 68, 70 degrees tonight at game time. Last night, your Goldpanners pull out a 4-2-1 win, or a 4-2 win, excuse me, over Kingsmen in the opening game, as we mentioned, of 4. So a 4-2 win that will move the Goldpanners to 5-2 on the season, and that hands the Kingsmen their first loss, and they are now sitting at 4-1 on the season. So Goldpanners tonight with the dark blue jerseys, and Kingsmen, they have moved to the yellow and black jerseys last night in all black. Panners ended up leaving bases loaded twice last night. I believe it was the third and the fifth, or maybe the second and the fourth inning. A couple changes in the lineups here, so a long season for both these teams. So going to get all your players in. And leading things off here for the Kingsmen is Darian Whitaker, the center fielder for Kingsmen. Whitaker, fun to watch out there in center field. Always having some fun when the balls hit his way. And last night, man, he did a full-out dive to hold some runners on. So saved some definite runs, but the outcome still goes Panner's way. Home plate umpires, Brandon Johnson. Umpire at first base, Matt Newman. And at third base, Scott Ginger. First pitch, ball one. Keaton Chase on the mound for Alaska. That one fouled off out into the parking lot. 1-1 the count now on Darian Whitaker. Plays his college ball at North Greenville University. Calls home Charlotte, North Carolina. Gets a piece of that one, and that one's going to get through the infield for a base hit. So one runner up, one runner on. As Whitaker gets to first.
Now up to bat for the Kingsmen.
Aiden Rice, the shortstop, now steps up for the Kingsmen. Again, wind barely blowing at all last night. Boy, it got a little bit chilly as the game progressed. So right now, no wind. Again, Fairbanks dressed in layers as it can change all the time. Whitaker with a big lead over at first. And Rice takes a look at ball one. Whitaker again really going to stretch that lead out. And there's a shot, and that one's going to fall in for a base hit, and Whitaker is going to hold at second, and back-to-back base hits for the Kingsmen.
Now up to bat for the Kingsmen, number 18, Cam Troyer.
Cam Troyer, the right fielder, left-handed batter, steps in for the Kingsmen. Whitaker at second, Rice at first. Two batters now and two base hits to start things out. This is Cam Troyer. And Troyer will advance the runners, but gets thrown out. So now runners at second and third.
Kingsman, number 28, Bryce Frederick.
So now one down, two runners in scoring position. Bryce Frederick out of Towson University in Phoenix, Maryland. Little high chopper to third. They're going to bring it home. And Whitaker is going to get underneath. And the Kingsmen score first. And the runner is going to hold over at second in Rice.
Home plate cleaning is brought to you by Otter Dental, cleaning one smile at a time and sponsoring the home plate cleaning. Now to bat
So
for the
Frederick
Kingsmen
will get the
is number 5,
RBI.
Nick Solorzano.
Fielder's choice, they decided to go home, and a speedy Whitaker gets in easily under the throw, makes it 1-0 here in the top of the first with one out. Now runners at first and second. And that one in for strike one. Nick Solorzano, the left fielder, tonight for the Kingsmen. Tomorrow night, you've got hockey night here at Goldpanner Field, and that one fouled down and out of play. And 0-2 the count here on Solorzano. Panners would like to turn to double play here if possible. Turned one double play last night, and the runner takes off and timed that one out perfect. So another run scores as Rice now makes it 2-0. So Lozarno with an RBI.
Now back to the Kingsmen is number 31.
And
Blake
Frederick,
Beavis.
who's down to second. Blake Beavis playing first base tonight. He was designated hitter last night, then got to the mound and got pulled out and pitching, then out of the game. And that was what the argument we found out was about between the home plate umpire and head coach Joe Hudak. I think Hudak had asked the home base umpire, like, hey, if he comes in pitch and then we pull him out, can he stay in as the DH? Owen won the count, 1 out. And that one off the handle down the third baseline, foul. And now 0-2. 2-0 here in the top of the first for the Kingsmen. Four-game series between these two teams. They'll wrap things up on Sunday afternoon for Father's Day with a 2 o'clock afternoon matinee game. That one in high for ball 1. And of course, the granddaddy of them all, Midnight Sun game coming up on Wednesday as the Michigan Monarchs come to Fairbanks. Michigan will play the Panners on Tuesday first, and then the Midnight Sun game, and then they come right back, play Thursday night. This one a chopper. Boy, tough for the third baseman way back. I think that was foul, and it was. Everybody will go back. But kind of a late call on the foul call there. Makes it 1-2 with 1 out. Runners at first and second. Blake Beavis tonight at first base for Kingsmen. Again, a double play serving would be great right now for Alaska, and a strikeout will work as well. So the first strikeout for Chase as Beavis goes down swinging.
Back of the Kingsmen is number 21, Jack Killalay.
Killalay now steps in. Two down, 2-0. Kingsmen here, top of 1. And that one inside for ball 1. Got Frederick and Solorzano with the RBIs here for the visitors. Got some options here in the infield, and there's a drive to right field, and it gets past Drummond. 1 run is going to score, 2 runs come in. Wow, and just like that, it is 4-0. Kingsmen is Drummond really, I mean, not much more of a option than that, as kind of lays out and it gets past him. So Killaleo with a triple and 2 RBIs. We're just like that, it is 4-0 here. Top of 1. That one high and inside. Now with Jack Killalea, the designated hitter, over at third. This Kingsman team had 2 games here in Alaska before coming to Fairbanks, as they beat Chugiak and Matsu down in Anchorage before coming to Fairbanks. There's another one here, and that one's gonna just go foul. Boy, everything going the right field way.
That foul ball is brought to you by Hometown Physical Therapy.
1-2 with 2 down. A 4-0 first inning lead for Kingsmen. Panners would like to leave Kilauea stranded over there at third. 2-2. 2 down. Great national anthem singer prior to the game, and heard another gentleman going to do a little concert for people that want to stick around afterwards. Could be late as if our innings go as long as this top of this first inning. Last night the innings went pretty quick, a lot of 3 up, 3 downs. Right now the number 8 batter for the Kingsmen. And a strikeout will end the inning, and Kilauea will get stranded over there. So 2 strikeouts for Chase, but 4 runs in at the end of the top of the first, 4-0 Kingsmen. All right, welcome back. Boy, Kingsmen put up 4 here in the top of the first. Chase with 2 strikeouts in there, but man, RBIs, 2 RBIs for Jack Kilauea, an RBI for Solorzano and Frederick. Whitaker and Rice start out the inning with base hits. This is Cox on the mound for the Kingsmen. Logan Redeman, Goldpanners second baseman, will start out the bottom of the first with the Panners already down 4. We're bringing some heat, but 2-0 the count for Redeman. Again, Panners now coming in with a 5-2 mark early in this 2023 season, and 4-1 for the Kingsmen. That one right to the second baseman makes it look easy. And the ground out for Redeman. We'll bring up Robert Matei, the Goldpanner third baseman. Like the fans, a lot of them wearing the Goldpanner merchandise here. This one, heads up.
Heads up behind the grandstand, heads up.
That one looks, had a nice look at traffic coming right towards us. Right. Just so they know, don't hit the camera. You can hit the commentator, just don't hit the camera. You can hit the camera operator, but he's right behind the camera, so if it's going to hit him, it's probably going to come through the camera. There's a high fly ball kind of hanging up there. First baseman clears everybody out. Man, he will make it 2 up, 2 down for the Goldpanners. Logan Drummond, third baseman. Excuse me, right fielder. Steps in. Drummond plays for Chico State. 6'1", 185-pound sophomore from Lodi, California. Left-handed batter, 2 outs, nobody on. Looks at strike 1. As we mentioned, tomorrow night, hockey night. Tonight, faith and family night. That one outside for ball 1, makes it 1-1 with 2 down. Be a good night for some home runs with a wind barely blowing it all, maybe just enough to keep the mosquitoes at bay. And there's a drive in that one. Oh, and the left fielder goes for it. And Whitaker, though, quickly right behind him, and he gets it in quick. Whitaker with the wheels and the backup as Solorzano dives out for it, but I think he's aware that Whitaker is behind him, and he's able to get to there and clean that up. If he doesn't come up with that one, it's not going to the wall, so the Panners will get on. So Drummond at first with 2 down, and that'll bring up the shortstop, Ty Barango. Barango 1 for 4 in last night's contest. And he looks at ball 1 and low and outside. Oh, I haven't introduced myself. My name is Ken Beemeyer, filling in for Garo for some of the Goldpanner season. Born and raised here in Fairbanks, Goldpanner fan for a long time. Actually got to be a bat boy for the Goldpanners for a couple games a long time ago. And strike called. 2-1 the count with 2 down with the runner on first base in Drummond. Break out the trumpet and see if we can get it going. They're going to check the runner back. Back in easily is Drummond. Barango now digs in with 2-1 count and 2 down. Fouls this one off.
Heads up by the beer garden. Heads up, Jesse.
And there's a souvenir. Did it roll out? As you can see all the kids kind of looking behind the bleachers that are over there. I have to imagine they're going to bring all those bleachers in to play here for Wednesday night's Midnight Sun game. And now ball 3, full count. Two down, runner at first base. Panners would like to keep this going here, trailing by 4. We'll see if Chase will come back out for Alaska, as he gave up 4 runs in that opening half inning of the game. And they're going to check the runner back to first.
Nope.
Caleb Cox, the pitcher tonight, plays for North Greenville University. Calls home Clover, South Carolina. Runner goes, and let's see, that one going to be handled easily for the third out for the Panners. 4-0 at the end of one.
On base. 4-0 at the end of the first. Baseball fans, who likes hockey? You know that tomorrow night is hockey night here at Growden Memorial Park. From what I've been told, that kids under the age of 16 that are wearing a hockey jersey get in free tomorrow night. So whether you want to wear your Alaska Goldpanners jersey, your Fairbanks Ice Dogs jersey, it could be your kid's jersey, who knows? As long as you're wearing a hockey jersey, it's totally acceptable to wear a hockey jersey at a baseball game. Number 17, Jack Austin.
All right, we're back here, 4-0 as we go to the top of the first. Jack Austin, your number 9 batter, will lead things off for Kingsman. Austin, the catcher. Kingsman almost go through the order there in the top of the first, just one batter shy. 4 runs on 4 hits for Kingsman. 1 hit for the Goldpanners in the first. Chase comes back out, see if he can get through this one unscathed. 0-2 count here on Jack Austin. Outside for ball 1. Wind blowing in just a little bit. Sun out, as you can see the shadows going down towards first baseline, right field. And that sun on Midnight Sun game will move over here, and it'll be coming straight at you at the plate and hanging low. No artificial lights will be used during the Midnight Sun game. First pitch at 10 o'clock, the 118th Midnight Sun game coming up on Wednesday. And strike 3 called. Third strikeout here for Chase. And we'll go back to the top of the order. Darian Whitaker started things out with a base hit and scored.
It's number 3, Darian Whitaker.
And Whitaker looks to take a cut, holds off, and gets ball 1. Whitaker with the high pants up above the knees. And wearing his headband, gets strike 1 called. 1-1 the count, 1 out, and nobody on. Whitaker takes a cut. Boy, he was going to go yard. Look at it. Going to shake that one off. One and two. Whitaker going to line that one right to the second baseman, Redeman, for out number 2.
Now at the bat for the Kingsmen is
2 outs. That brings up Aiden Rice. Kingsman shortstop. Rice, like last night, 0 for 4. Got on with a walk, though. Looks at ball 1. 2 down here in the top of the second, nobody on. 4-0 lead for Kingsman. Looks like American Legion ball going on over there across First Avenue.
Another one.
Swing and a miss for strike 2. Sunday afternoon, the booth up here may be shaking. There's going to be a car show over at the parking lot at the Carlson Center. Strike 2 called, and they always have a car stereo competition. And man, now with the subwoofers in the vehicles, this is going to rock. So it'll be interesting to see when they do that. But yeah, we're going to probably feel it over here up in the booth and in the stands. And a swing and a miss. So strikeout number 4. 2 strikeouts in the inning. So that'll do it for the top of the first. 4-0 your score with the Kingsmen on top.
Leading on for your Goldpanners here in the bottom of the second inning is number 15, Jackson Frankovich.
Much better inning there for the Goldpanners. Pitcher Keaton Chase. 2 strikeouts and a pop out as the Kingsmen go 3 up, 3 down. Going into the bottom of the second here. 4 lead though, 4-0 lead still for the Kingsmen. Jackson Frankovich will lead off for the Goldpanners. Frankovich catching tonight for Alaska. Want to know the count. And that one high and inside, a little chin music. Boy, we had a lot of hit batters last night. 4 or 5 hit batters in last night's contest. I know Carl Peters got beamed twice, I think in the same spot on his lower back. And second time, you can tell he was not happy as that one gets past the catcher. Bounce off the backstop. He really takes some bounces. 2-1 now to Jackson Frankovich. Frankovich plays for San Diego. Check swing. Going to look for some help. No, did not go around. And ball 3. 3-1 the count. Frankovich from Sherman Oaks, California. And that one in there for strike 2. Full count here on Frankovich. Two walks for Frankovich in last night's game. Working the count here. Gets that one off the handle. First baseman with it, and he'll hang on to it. And the first out. Donovan Ratfield, first baseman tonight.
Now into bat here, Goldpanners.
Tyler Stone, you see him at first base, has the evening off. At least to start things out. So Donovan Ratfield comes up with one out, nobody on. Super engineer sound man John Huff up in the booth now. I said super engineer sound guy extraordinaire wearing his Goldpanner hoodie. Nice hoodie. Hat and everything. Boy, he's supporting all the gear. #1 supporter. And there's one. Let's see if that one's going to get over the first baseman, and it does. Little squib hit for Ratfield will get a runner on. Hey, anything works. Got a little piece of that one, just enough though to get it over Beavis there, the first baseman. Eric Smelko comes up with some Jason Aldean as his walk-up music. Runner at first, and one out. Smelko playing left field for the Goldpanners tonight. What's a strike 1? Now the wind's starting to blow again, so all the papers start to get ruffled up. La Mesa, California resident for Smelko. Hopper to the third baseman, gets the first out. Second baseman brings it, and double play will end it for the Goldpanners. So at the end of 2, 4-0 with the Kingsmen on top.
Here in the top of the third inning is number 18, Cam Troyer.
And welcome back here to Growden Field. Top of the third, 4-0 Kingsmen lead. Chase will stay on the mound for Alaska. Cam Troyer will lead off for the Kingsmen. Troyer with a bunt in that first inning advanced the runners, and that one off the netting. Fouled back for strike 2, 0-2 the count. As you can hear the wind start to blow in here off the microphones. Let's just hope it doesn't blow those clouds kind of looming out there, and that one lays down on the turf, scooped up by the shortstop and gets him. Nice play by Barango, the Goldpanners shortstop.
Now up to bat for the Kingsmen is number 28, Bryce
Troyer with the ground out. And now Bryce Frederick got him a base hit.
Another one.
And there's a strike. 1 out, 0-1 the count on Frederick. There's a chopper, shortstop gets it and able to handle it for the out. Great job by Barango. Tough one to handle right there. Comes up with it. Everything now to Barango here in the third.
Now up to bat for the Kingsmen is number 5, Nick Solorzano.
Solorzano now base hit and an RBI in his first at bat in that first inning. 4 runs scored. And a swing and a miss for strike 1 with 2 down. And a swing and a miss, strike 2. And this one's going to get out of play.
Heads up by the bleachers.
And
to the parking lot.
Solorzano will stay alive.
I don't think you can get that one, kids.
Oh, and 2 the count with 2 outs and nobody on. And that one high for ball 1. And that one high. Full count. Those clouds are starting to move in here. And a strikeout. That is strikeout number 5 for Chase. As we go to the bottom of the third, lead stays 4-0 for Kingsmen.
Eddie Alfaro.
All right, welcome back. Eddie Alfaro will start things out. (4-0), bottom of the third. Some possible rain clouds starting to work their way over here towards Growden. What a big swing and a miss. Evens the count at 1-1. Good job by Keaton Chase, the Goldpanner pitcher, after giving up 4 in that first inning, now with 5 strikeouts. Two and two now. These two teams will meet again tomorrow night for hockey night here at the ballpark. And called strike 3 for Alfaro.
Now it's about for your Goldpanners, number 10, Carl Peters.
First strikeout for Cox. Carl Peters, number 9 batter, his first at bat for Alaska. Again, hockey night tomorrow, Goldpanners Field. And a swing and a miss for Peters. And we have some of the folks from the Ice Dogs, the Alaska Nando hockey team. Ice Dogs with a coaching change this season. And a strike 2 called. 0-2 for Peters now, with 1 out. One and 2, and that one way outside. I guess that's where you're supposed to do the just a bit outside. 'Cause that's what all my friends think I do the whole time when I'm doing baseball, is say that every time there's an outside pitch. I'll say just a bit outside. You know how irritating that would be? Heads up. Man, they are targeting up here in the press box.
Proudly sponsored by the Gold Daughters. Go out for the gold and stay for the fun with the Gold Daughters.
Gold Daughters, they sponsored the right thing. They get a lot of mentions with all the foul balls. 2 right over the top of us here in the press box. 2-2 the count, 1 out. Peters holds off on that one. Count now loaded. Someone answering back the charge call with their own. And this one up and over the top.
One behind the grandstand, heads up.
That's the one back there that people don't see him coming. Like walking out of a restroom back there. Baseball raining down on you. Count remains full. And strike 3. Going down swinging for Peters. Back-to-back strikeouts for Caleb Cox, the pitcher for the Kingsmen. Now we go back to the top of the order.
Number 8,
Logan Redeman ground out in his first at bat. Again, wind now kind of going out to left field. And that one right up the middle for a base hit for Redeman. See if the Panners can get something going here with 2-out rally. Robert Matei will salsa his way up to the batter's box. Two down, bottom of the third. All four for the Kingsmen in the top of the first. Scoreless for both teams ever since. And there's a shot, but Whitaker not phased at all. Easy money for Whitaker. Matei pops out. 4-0 as we go to the fourth inning. Welcome back as we go to the top of the fourth inning with Kingsmen up here leading 4-0. Pigeon down low on the infield. Checking out the pitcher in Keaton Chase with a rough start. Gives up 4 in the first inning, but been doing really well ever since. 5 strikeouts.
Another one. Fatality.
Strikeout here to start out.
The Kingsman is number 21, Jack Gillilay.
The top of the fourth. So now Chase with 6 strikeouts in the contest as Killalea steps in. Killalea with a triple and 2 RBIs. His first at bat. And that one into the dirt for ball 1 and Killalea. That one in for ball 2. Brandon Johnson sends a knuckleball in. Home plate umpire putting some English on it. 2-0 the count with 1 down. 4-0 Kingsmen lead.
Another one.
Strike one called. Makes it 2-1. Jack Killalea. Last night Killalea in the DH spot. I think they brought him in as Beavis. Ended up leaving after a short appearance on the mound and then had to leave the DH spot. 3-1. And that one gets through for a base hit. Bounces off the chest of Troyer in right field, but Killalea now 2 for 2.
Now to bat for the Kingsmen is number 7, Ryan Fluharty.
Ryan Fluharty struck out his first at bat to end that first inning where they put 4 up. Now with 1 away, runner at first. That one high for ball 1. Clouds are definitely making their way this way. It's so far no rain. You never know, Fairbanks weather can change every 5 minutes. They're going to send the runner back. Nice quick send over there for Keaton Chase. Killalea able to get down into the dirt. And the wind starts to pick up again. Fouled back. Makes it 1-1. Tomorrow night, 7 o'clock start time, and then Sunday for Father's Day, 2 o'clock afternoon start. Bring your dad out to the Goldpanner field. Summers and Associates Realtors sponsoring the game. I know they were doing a lot on social media, making sure everybody knew to come over to Summers and pick up your free tickets for Sunday's 4th and final game between these two teams. Another one comes in high, makes it 2-1 on Fluharty. And this one fouled back and out of play. Evens it up 2-2. And gonna get there. Oh! Wow, almost turned the double play on the strikeout. They had Killalea out there, but the throw just a little off the mark.
Now off the bat for the Kingsmen is number 17, Jack Austin.
So Fluharty goes down on strikeout, and now 7 Ks for Keaton Chase. That'll bring up Ryan Fluharty, or excuse me, Jack Austin. Austin struck out his first at bat. Strike one called. 2 down. Well, they almost turned that double play as Killalea got hung out there, but back in time.
Another one.
Another big swing here for Austin. 0-2 the count. Flag's really blowing now here off center field. Inside for ball 1. Runner gets a step out, and that one fouled back. Austin will stay alive. Banner's going to have to get something going here. 5 hits and 4 runs for Kingsmen baseball. 3 hits, no runs for Alaska. Here comes the pitch, and down low, 2-2. Tuesday night's game sponsored by Northern Star Resources. If you bring 2 books in for the Fairbanks Literacy Council, that'll get you in for free. And that one fouled back, and this at bat will continue for Jack Austin. 2 strikeouts for Caleb Cox, the pitcher for Kingsmen, and now 7 for Keaton Chase. And goes down swinging, and that is strikeout number 8. Will go to the bottom of the 4. Score stays the same, 4-0 Kingsmen.
Now up to bat for your Goldpanners here in the bottom of the 4th inning is number 13, Logan Drummond.
Logan Drummond will get things going here in the bottom of the 4th for the Goldpanners, and they do need to get something going here, trailing 4-0. Still early in this one, bottom of 4, but need to start chipping away at that 4-0 lead. 4 runs put up here by Kingsmen in the top of the 1st. And again, the wind. And they're going to check it again, but third base umpire Scott Ginger says no. Ball 1. Strike 1 called. The wind sure likes to come up here and swirl things around. And that one low for ball 2. Two and 1 the count. To Drummond. Drummond with a base hit in the 1st. Like to get things going right here for Alaska. Reaches out for that one and fouls it out of play.
Heads up. Another foul ball brought to you by the Gold Daughters. The Gold Daughters can teach you the art of gold panning. You may become a gold digger too.
The art of gold panning. I know what Fairbanks is founded on. And that one a little squibber. Third baseman comes across and gets it and gets out number one. Boy, that thing had some backspin on it. Handled well.
Now up to bat for your Goldpanners, number 9.
By the third baseman, Frederick. And now Ty Barango, the Goldpanners shortstop. Barango looks at a strike. Gets to the outside corner of the plate. 0-1 the count with one down. Again, they've really made some nice and noticeable improvements here to Growden over the past couple seasons. That one off the chest protector of the catcher. Austin makes it 1-1. And that one outside. Austin having to get out of his stance to keep that one. Would have been no harm, though. Nobody on. 2-1 the count with one out. Bottom 4. Another one. Fouled off the backstop. That's a get it back to the pitcher, but they're going to get rid of that one. Now Brandon Johnson will take a look at it and say, no, this one's good to go. Austin, the catcher, taking a look over at his team's dugout, getting some calls possibly from Joe Hudak, the head coach. And this one, cue balled out. Foul, 2-2 the count. So tomorrow night, the kids can wear any hockey jersey if they got a nice dog or a Nanook or whatever team they play for. Arctic Lions, Hockey Club Fairbanks, favorite NHL team. Stanley Cup champion Golden Knights from Vegas in their 6th season. It's funny, I saw a meme that someone said, yeah, it's about time we got the cup. It's like, yeah, you've only been in existence for 6 years. And here's a shot. Wow, backhanded grab by Solizarno out there in left field for the out. I think that's 2 for Barango. That were some pretty hot shots.
Number 15, Jackson Frankovich.
Jackson Frankovich now comes up with 2 outs. Again, Panners would like to get something going here, trailing by 4. Not a lot of innings you get that you put that many up, so, I mean, one at a time. Ball 1 the count. Boy, as Cox loses his footing, still with the release and a called strike. The dirt there at home plate and on the mound almost looks like that Hawaiian red clay. You know, you go to Hawaii and they have those red clay shirts that they make over there. It kind of looks like what that is. I kind of doubt, though, that we flew dirt over from Hawaii for Goldpanner Field. Maybe we did. Yeah, there's definitely some clay. But first and third, a different color, and second base, different color. And this one will be a pop fly. And shortstop will handle that one easy. So a 3 up, 3 down. Go the Panners. 4-0 as we go to the top of the fifth.
All right, hold on. Wait for all the little ones. All right, we're on a time schedule here. All right, so kids, are you ready? In 3, 2, 1, run those bases! Hey, who let that number 59 guy? He doesn't look like a kid. Red! Oh, yeah. Yeah, get it, Cole, get it. Come on, fans. Keep cheering for the little ones out there. Come on, kids. You can do it. You can do it. Oh! Get up, little man. Get up, little man. You got this. You got this. Oh! Yeah! Get assisted. Come on, little ones. You got this. Is that Crocs that she's wearing? Yeah. Got one more little one. You got this. You got this. Yeah! Fans, give a round of applause to all the kids that ran the bases. Oh, we still got little kids way out there. No worries. Thanks to all the kids for making this fun. Alaska Goldpanner fans is called to the bullpen is proudly sponsored by Papalolo's Supply Company. Now pitching for your Alaska Goldpanners is number 4. Back to the top of the line.
And welcome back as we get ready for the top of the 5th inning here. Pitching change for your Goldpanners as Keaton Chase goes 4. No walks, 8 strikeouts, didn't hit any batters, but gives up 4 runs in that top of the 1st inning. Now pitching for the Goldpanners, Ryan Latchman, coach's son, 6'4", 180-pounder. Plays for Hope International, where his father is the coach there as well. And top of the order for the Kingsmen, Darian Whitaker started things out with a base hit in the 1st and then popped out in his 2nd at bat, but also scored in that 1st inning. Quickly ahead, 2-0. You got the style points, man. I like those pants up above the knees and headband hanging out of the helmet. Been showing some serious wheels out there in the field. Came up with a nice backup as a right fielder. Solizarno makes a dive after one, gets past him, but Whitaker right there for it. 3-1 the count now to Whitaker. Whitaker from North Greenville University. High for ball 4. And Whitaker gets on via the walk. So Ryan Latchman walks his first batter. That brings up Aiden Rice. 1 for 2. With a base hit in the 1st. Ended up scoring. Struck out his 2nd at bat. Now with no outs and Whitaker on at first with a big lead, showing bunt. It's passed for strike 1. We just had the kids, as you saw if you're watching Run the Field. I think a lot of those kids got to realize that's a long run. Latchman looks back and Whitaker slides in, especially the little babies that don't run at all. What a great, it's always fun for the families here, and it's Faith and Family Night tonight with your Alaska Goldpanners. Now the wind's starting to pick up, a little dust blowing. And that one's fouled back against the netting. Makes it 0-2. No down with Whitaker at first via the walk. And Keaton Chase goes 4 complete. No walks, 8 strikeouts. But gives up 4 in that top of the 1st. Good job by the Goldpanner catcher, Frankovich, to keep that one in front of him, or Whitaker. But definitely made it down to 1st, or excuse me, down to 2nd. This one off to Handle. Latchman will handle that one easily. One down, and that'll bring up Cam Troyer. Troyer attempted a bunt in the 1st for an out, and then grounded out in the 3rd. 0 for 2 for him, and 1 down. Latchman takes a look over at Whitaker, and Whitaker back into the dirt. In safely, no throw. You can see the dust starting to pick up off the pitcher's mound with the wind blowing. And Whitaker's going to go and out of the glove of the catcher, so Whitaker in easily with a stolen base. So now Whitaker over to 2nd. One down now with a runner in scoring position. Low for ball 1, evens it up at a ball and a strike. Tomorrow night they'll be selling some raffle tickets for your chance to win a game-worn jersey from former Alaska Nanook captain Justin Woods. And here's a shot. Second baseman, it gets past to him, and Whitaker is going to score easy. It was a little style slide just because. So Whitaker gets in.
Now,
and
the
Troyer
Kingsmen's number 28, Bryce Frederick.
with an RBI. Now makes it 5-0. Kingsman is Bryce Frederick. The third baseman comes up. Frederick with RBI. Now another steal attempt for Troyer. He'll go back as it's fouled off. And this one. Oh, wow. Boy, that one had highs for that gentleman over there, that young man. Luckily, missed him by about a foot. And this one is going to foul out of play too. That's always that question, especially done a lot of girls fast pitch softball, and a lot of balls get fouled off in fast pitch softball, you know, so when somebody yells heads up, should you look up or should you look down? That's the question. Because sometimes you're going to look up, you're going to take it in the face. At least if you look down, you know, you're a little protected. But I think if people start yelling heads down, you might get people like, what? So there, talk about that Monday around the coffee pot. Oh, and inside, here comes another steal attempt, and in safely. And that's Troyer. Gets a steal. 2 steals here for Kingsmen. In the top of the 5th, and a run scored. Darian Whitaker. Now it goes outside, and now full count here on Bryce Frederick. And Cam Troyer at second base in scoring position. And a walk. Second walk for Latchman here at the top of the 5th. Now runners at first and second.
Now to bat for the Kingsmen. It's number 5, Nick Solorzano.
Nick Solorzano. Got him a base hit and an RBI in the first inning, and then a ground out in the third. 2 down. And really starting to pick up, reminiscent of last night. Big cut by Solorzano for strike 1. Makes it 0-1. Again, runners at first and second. Runner's gonna go, but fouled out.
Heads up by the ticket booth and the parking
Strike
lot.
2.
Another foul ball brought to you by the Glass Doctor, who specialize in fixing all pains.
Glass Doctor sponsoring that foul ball. I guess if you have the glass protection on your insurance policy, does that cover foul balls? It covers gravel, because we get a lot of gravel. Exactly. Yeah, I mean, if you live in Fairbanks, Alaska, you should have that on your insurance policy, because you're going to get I had a new window put in last year, and it was 2 days, and I got a rock chip. So for those watching in the lower 48, we do put gravel on our roads up here for the winter time. And a strikeout.
Kingsmen is number 31, Blake Beavis.
First strikeout here for Latchman, and that brings Beavis up. Beavis 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts in the game. We can really hear that crowd mic picking up that win now. Runners at first and second. Blowing outside for ball 1. 2 down. Again, Panners would like to get out of this jam. Trailing now 5-0. Here in the top of 5. And another good job here by Frankovich behind the plate for Alaska. Boy, with that backstop being so far back there. Sometimes you can score on a pass ball from second. Latchman delivers and a swing and a miss. Strike 2 for Beavis. And foul back, and Beavis will stay alive. 1-2. Again now, really blowing towards left field. Runners are going to go, and they're going to have to go back on the ball. Now they're all going to get in there safely, so double steal. And that one, good job by the second baseman, Redeman, to get down on his knees and stop that hot shot and get out of the inning. And so they will strand 2. 1 gets across, 5-0 Kingsmen as we go to the bottom of the 5th.
Moving out to the Goldpanners here in the bottom of the 5th inning is number 28, Donovan Ratfield.
All right, welcome back here as we go to the bottom of the 5th. Again, Goldpanners now need to get to work, trailing here by 5. Boy, we got a September weather pattern is blown in. Glad I brought a jacket tonight. Caleb Cox stays on the mound here for Kingsmen with a 5-0 lead in the bottom of the 5th. And now feeling a couple raindrops blow in. 2-2 the count now, 1-2. And it's definitely a layer night here in Fairbanks. Andrew going to get him warmed up here, get him clapping along. Tomorrow night, I'm not sure who we're pulling out of the dugout for the broadcast. Might be General Manager John Lorkey tomorrow night. Got 2-2, and there's a drive. And Whitaker is going to let that one bounce in front of him. And the Goldpanners lead off the bottom of the 5th with a base hit for Donovan Ratfield. That brings up Eric Smelko. Smelko hit into a double play. His first at bat. Would like to definitely improve on that one in this one. Trailing by 5. And runner goes, and let's see if that one's going to get out. Wind holds it up, and the runner's got to get back to first, and here comes the throw. Got to get his foot back, and safe. Ooh, nice try there by the right fielder, Troyer, the Kingsmen. So a nice drive by Smelko, but man, the wind kind of held that one up there. Eddie Alfaro now up for the Goldpanners. Struck out his first at bat. Big swing and a miss as the wind gets even more intense and getting the sprinkles blown up here in the booth. And this one's going to get through. Runner's going to hold at second. So Alfaro gets on with the base hit. And now Ratfield advances to second. One out. And then that brings up Carl Peters. And we're going to get a visit to the mound here by head coach Joe Hudak. He's going to take his time, so we'll take a quick timeout as well here. Bottom of the 5th, 5-0, Kingsmen on top. Short visit by Joe Hudak. Hudak was entertaining to watch last night with some conversations, we'll say, with a home plate umpire, and then he had a conversation with the first base umpire. Third base umpire kind of came over and got in the conversation as well. So maybe call that the meet and greet. First night in Fairbanks. One down. Runners at first and second for the Goldpanners. And Carl Peters takes a look at strike one. Seven o'clock start time again tomorrow for hockey night with your Goldpanners. And this one's gonna get over the top, and they're gonna hold the runner at third. So now Goldpanners with bases loaded. Carl Peters comes up with a base hit. Now Ratfield at third. Eddie Alfaro on second with a 1 out. Top of the order here with Logan Redeman. Redeman 1 for 2 with a ground out in the first inning and a base hit in the third. Boy, I'd like to bring one of these in at least here, one at a time. Get your Panners on the scoreboard and start working this lead down, something manageable. 4 in the top of the first for Kingsmen and 1 in the top of 5. That one outside for ball 1. Caleb Cox yet to walk a batter, and he's got 2 strikeouts. Keaton Chase, your starting pitcher for Alaska, went 4 complete, had 8 strikeouts. But Kingsmen put up those 4 in the top of the first. 2-0 the count here to Logan Redeman. Redeman looking to give the crowd something to cheer about here. Is getting involved in the charge chant now. 3-0 count. If I was a gambling man, I would say that Redeman is going to take this pitch. And he does for ball 4. That's going to walk in a run. So Ratfield comes across. Panners get on the scoreboard here in the bottom of the 5th. Redeman 4-0. Boy, that was after the visit to the mound by head coach Hudak. And now Robert Matei, 0 for 2 so far in the contest, comes up with bases loaded. And he looks at a ball. That's 5 balls in a row now for Caleb Cox. Boy, Cox is probably going to just bring it straight down the pipe here. So it's probably something coming here for Matei to swing at. And there it is. And there's a base hit. That's going to score 1. Easily going to score 2 here. Well, let's see. They're going to hold him up at third. Good job by Solazarno out there to get down and get that one in front of him. But 1 run comes across. Now 5-2 on the base hit by Matei. So Matei gets over to second base. Alfaro scores, and Peters advances to third. Logan Drummond, right fielder for the the Goldpanners. 1 out. Runners at second and third. Panners with 3 across here in the bottom of 5. Changes the complexity of this one big time. And that one fouled off the netting right over the Goldpanners dugout. Makes it 0-2. On Logan Drummond. Drummond again. 1 for 2 here in the second game between the Goldpanners and Kingsmen. Reaches out for 1 and swing and a miss for strike 3 on Drummond. Third strikeout for Caleb Cox. And now Ty Barango, your cleanup hitter, comes up with 2 outs, 2 runners in scoring position. First base open for the Goldpanners. Boy, Barango. Tie this one up here. Now we got action out in both bullpens. And we're going to get a visit between the pitcher and the catcher. Make sure they're going to get on the same page. I always love the gloves over the lips just in case there's some lip readers here. Just in case. Brandon Johnson going to go out and speed the, I know, right? That's the second one there. Sometimes that's a conference to see if they're just going to put the batter on. I mean, your cleanup batter coming up here now. We're going to get another trip out to the mound. This time is going to bring out Joe Hudak, and it looks like we're getting a pitching change here. We got a player coming in from the bullpen and everybody coming out to the mound. So a pitching change coming up. We'll take a break. 5-3 Panners with 3 across already here in the bottom of the 5th. We've got 2 outs. We've got more Goldpanner baseball coming up on PannerVision.
Now officially up to bat for your Goldpanners is number 9, Ty Barango.
All right, we got our pitching change complete here. We've got Micah Connor in now, 6 foot, 170-pounder out of Presbyterian College. Caleb Clocks leads with no walks, 3 strikeouts. Gave up 3 here in the bottom of the 5th for his exit. And Micah Connor, first pitch for a strike. 2 down. Runners at second and third here for the Goldpanners. That one low for ball 1. 1-1 the count. There's a shot to the shortstop. Comes up, can't handle it. 1 run scores, 2 runs score. Carl Peters, or excuse me, Ty Barango comes up with a hit and 2 RBIs. And we are tied here in the bottom of the 5th, 5-all. Ty Barango with a pair of ribbies. Makes it 5 apiece. All 5 here for the Goldpanners in the bottom of the 5th with 2 outs. Barango at first. Well, that's one way to get things going here. Fairbanks finding a way. Caleb Cox did have a walk on him, and that one gets past the pitcher. Now Barango around second. He's heading to third. Catcher's got it and holds on to it. Now Barango over to third base. Everything going Alaska's way right now. Boy. And we haven't even seen Happy Boy yet to get things going. Frankovich now ahead in the count, 2-0 with 2 down with a runner at third. And a big cut for strike 1. Well, the wind's died back down, much to the satisfaction of everybody in the press box. And called strike 2. Evens the count at 2-2. And that one inside, and boy, having to get up out of the stance is Austin, catcher back there for Kingsmen. Cox gets the call. Full count. And fouled back, just getting a piece of that one. Barango going to go back to third. I'm going to check the ball again. Again, that just shows you how that comes off that backstop. A couple of Goldpanners right behind the plate there in the front row with the speed gun. Clocking the pitches. And fouled back again off the netting. Frankovich stays alive. And called strike 3 on Frankovich, but the Goldpanners tie this one here, bringing 5 across in the bottom of the 5th. We'll take a break as we go to the 6th inning. We are tied at 5 apiece.
up for the Kingsmen baseball team. It's number 21, Jack Killowood.
All right, we are back. We got a whole new ball game. We are tied at 5 apiece as we go to the top of the 6th inning. Jack Killalea will start things out for Kingsmen. Ryan Latchman will stay on the mound. Latchman in relief coming into the 5th inning. Latchman gave up 1 run. Foul ball for strike 2. Top of the 6th, tied at 5, all 5 for Alaska in that bottom of the 5th inning. Game now just under 2 hours old. And a strikeout. 2nd strikeout for Latchman as Killalea goes down swinging. Killalea with a triple in the 1st and a base hit in the 4th. Killalea with 2 RBIs off that triple. That one in the dirt. Out of play for ball 1. Ryan Flew-Hardy, the 2nd baseman. 2 strikeouts in the contest. And looks at strike 1. Well, Latchman, man, he is an imposing figure out there on the mound, standing 6'4", and you put him up on the hill. And brings in strike 2.
Another one.
Don't have to worry about a pitch clock on Latchman as he goes to work quickly. And strikeout number 2, back-to-back strikeouts for Ryan Latchman. 2 down. Boy, talk about a momentum swing right now Alaska's way. Jack Austin. Kingsman catcher struck out twice in this one. And gets up with 2 down. And nobody on. Boy, Latchman throwing some heat. Goldpanners will get Monday off. And a swing and a miss for strike 2. Oh, strike 1, excuse me. Boy, again, bringing some heat. And we'll have a 5-game homestand taking on the Michigan Monarchs. The Michigan Monarchs will be the Goldpanners' opponent for the 118th Midnight Sun game, and that one high for ball 3, 3-1 now on Austin. Thought he had ball 4, but Brandon Johnson calls it strike 2. And now gets ball 4. 3rd walk given up by Latchman.
Back to the top of the lineup for the Kingsmen.
Back to the top of the order here, Darian Whitaker. Whitaker with a base hit in the 1st. Popped out in the 2nd, and then a walk in the 5th. Gets up with 2 outs and a runner on. Looks at strike 1. Big cut again. Boy, his last at bat, he took a swing like that. 0-2. Runner goes and fouled out of play.
That foul ball is probably sponsored by the Glass Doctor. Glass Doctor is on call for goaltender games.
And another one.
Another one.
Fouled out of play. 0-2 the count. 2 down. Top of 6. 5-5 tie. Knuckler, foul ball, so Whitaker. His at-bat will continue. Another one fouled off. Whitaker continues. Takes a deep breath. Whitaker, they got him listed at 6'2", 180 pounds. Definitely got some wheels. Showing him in the outfield. And the runner goes. And gets in safe as Redeman gets up in the air for that one and brings it down, but they say the runner gets under the tag, so now 1-2 the count with 2 outs and a runner in scoring position for the team from Rock Hill, South Carolina. And that one in the dirt, that's going to advance the runner to third. So Whitaker's at bat continues. He's about 8 pitches into this one. Well, they get a little free meeting as Latchman able to talk to Frankovich as they bring out some new balls. It's Whitaker. Well, they call that the second meeting. 2-2 in the dirt this time. Frankovich keeps it in front of him. And now Whitaker working the count, fills it up. Jack Austin at third. And Whitaker takes ball 4. Boy, as Whitaker was way down in the count. And Latchman loses him, and that's his 4th walk. And now a runner's at the corner. Corners here. Second walk for Whitaker. Aiden Rice comes up. Rice 1 for 2 in this one, and now that may be it for Latchman. He's kind of rubbing his back, so I don't know if he's hurting a little bit. So we're going to get a new pitcher out here for the Goldpanners, and it looks like it's going to be Eddie Alfaro, who's been your designated hitter. So we'll let Alfaro get his warm-up pitches here, tied at 5. All right, new pitcher here for the Goldpanners. Eddie Alfaro will take, oh! And he gets Aiden Rice right in the back.
That hit-by pitch is brought to you by Satterberg Law Office.
So Eddie Alfaro, not the way he wanted to start out.
Damage cases.
His time at the mound.
Kingsmen is number 18, Cam Troyer.
So now you've got bases loaded.
Perfect.
For the Kingsmen. Strike one. Alfaro will step off the mound. Alfaro, your designated hitter in the game. Now the third pitcher for the Goldpanners. Foul backing out of play.
Heads up. Another foul ball brought to you by Hometown Physical Therapy.
0-2 the count. See if Alfaro can get out of this jam. Head in the count. And he gets him looking. So Troyer will go down, strike out, and they will leave the bases loaded. We'll stay tied at fifth as we go to the bottom of the sixth. Donovan Ratfield will start things out here in the bottom of the sixth for the Goldpanners. Goldpanners get out of a jam as Kingsmen leave the bases loaded there in the top of the sixth with a pitching change. Ratchfield, walk-up song, Save a Horse, Ride a Cowboy. 50-50 winner just announced. Come on out tomorrow night. I'm imagining this place is going to be pretty full tomorrow night with hockey night here. And here's a drive, but Whitaker. Double checking his glove, making sure he had that one.
Now to that for your goaltenders is number 7, Eric Smelko.
Eric Smelko, the left fielder for the Goldpanners. So tomorrow night, kids wearing a hockey jersey, they get in for free. They're going to be raffling off some game-worn jerseys from former Alaska Nannock captain Justin Woods. Now putting on camps here in Alaska. Had a nice little professional career, now back at home, back to his hometown and giving back to the community and doing some work there for the Nannocks as well. Married to Nannock volleyball assistant coach Megan Woods. 2-0 the count on Eric Smelko with 1 out in the bottom of the 6th. And that one outside makes it 3-0. Smelko hit into a double play. His first at bat popped out in his second trip to the plate. And he looks at strike 1. Sunday Father's Day, we play at 2 o'clock and into the dirt for ball 4. So Connor, his first walk.
Now onto that for your goaltenders is number 5, Eddie Alfaro.
Eddie Alfaro will stay in the DH spot and now pitching for the Goldpanners. Nobody in either team's bullpens. This one lined out of play.
Heads up.
I don't know if there was a kid up here. He was heading down. I don't think he's going to get to that one. It's a lot of steps to go down to get from the press box back down to the main floor. That one up high for ball 1 makes it 1-1 with 1 out and a runner at first for Alaska. And a strike called. Strike 2. Tomorrow's forecast pretty much the same as now. Partly cloudy, temperatures in the lower 70s. And Alfaro strikes out. Strikeout number 2 from Mike Connor. Now 2 down with a runner at first. Carl Peters steps up. Sunday shows partly cloudy and a slight chance of rain. No rain delays or cancellations so far this season. And that one is going to get over the top here. They're going to hold the runner at third and in with a stand-up double of Carl Peters. Smelko now at third with 2 outs. Carl Peters.
Back to the top of the lineup for your goaltenders is number 8, Growden
2 for 3 in the game. And now we go to the top of the order. Logan Ritteman. Ritteman with a base hit, a ground out, a walk, and an RBI. So productive night for the second baseman for your Goldpanners. Tied at 5, win the bottom of the 6th. All 5 for Alaska in the bottom of the 5th. Good job again covering that one up here by the catcher.
Yeah, I know. Thanks, Brandon.
Jack Austin. Two down, runners at second and third. Panners like to take a lead here, and that one outside. Makes it 2-0. Two and 0 count. Connor taking his time. Gets ready to deliver. And delivers ball 3 now, 3-0. Their third base coach way over here in the dirt. And an intentional walk here, so bases loaded. Robert Matei, 1 for 3, scored in the 5th. Matei with the bases jacked right now. 2 outs, bottom of the 6th. Connor delivers that one low and inside for ball 1. Goldpanners head coach Brent Lashman was right up there talking with the third base coach. Almost side by side. Now he'll move back over towards his box. 2-0 count. 6 straight balls here for Micah Connor. Two walks in his time on the mound, and he gets a strike call. 2-1. Just in the bottom of the 3rd. I mean, you got that 4-run first for Kingsmen, and now a 3-1 count, and then a 5-run 5th inning. So it takes some time to get there. Game now 2 hours and 20 minutes in length, and we've yet to get to the 7th inning stretch. This one popped out. You can tell when the crowd kind of gets into a lull here, and a lot of pitches, a walk, and all of a sudden there's a foul ball and everybody's excited. Baseball is such a game of like momentum changes and swings. Runner is going to go. That one in the dirt. Ball 4, not going to matter. So, bases loaded. One run across.
Number 13, Growden
Smelko comes in. Drummond. Now the Goldpanners take their first lead in the game. 1-1. That one in the dirt. Austin able to get down on that one. 2-1 count. I was ready to stomp my feet. Strike call, 2-2. Panners get one in, couple seagulls over there down the first baseline. Probably picking up sunflower seeds. I think they probably found a jackpot with sunflower seeds and peanuts when they come here to the Panner field. Here comes the pitch. Foul down on the third baseline hard. Count will stay 2-2 with 2 outs. And we're going to get some people heading out to the bullpen for the Kingsmen. So Colin Patterson might be doing some catching. And now the count is full. 2 outs. Bases full of Panners. Micah Connor gets the call and gets wound up. Runners get their big leads into the dirt. Ball 4, another run walks in for Alaska. Carl Peters comes across. As Logan Drummond draws the walk.
Number 9, Ty Baringo.
4 walks in the inning. Two outs and now a 7-5 Goldpanner lead. And we're going to get another visit to the mound. As I said, we just got some action out there in the bullpen for the Kingsmen. We'll take a break here. 7-5 Goldpanners, bottom of the 6th. Bases loaded for Alaska. Meeting of the mound complete. I probably have to guess the top subject to conversation was, let's get this out and get out of this inning here. Last night, just about 2.5 hour long game. And another ball into the dirt, but again, Jack Austin coming up big back there, keeping it in front of him. One and 0. Count here on Ty Barango. That one high for ball 2. Barango with 2 RBIs in that 5th inning. Got a hold of one. Let's see if we can get a hold of another one here. Boy, thought he had something there to drive. Swings through it for strike 1. And high for ball 3. Micah Connor in all sorts of trouble right now. Bases loaded behind the count, 3-1. Well, the workers are done out there in the bullpen. And ball 4, another run walks across. Wow. That, I believe, will end up doing it for Micah Connor. 3 runs walked in by him. And we're going to get a new pitcher out there. Looks like Justin Stewart will be coming out there, so we'll take a timeout. Panners now lead by 3 in the bottom of the 6th. All right, Justin Stewart now on the mound. Third pitcher for Kingsmen. Yesterday they went through 4. And Stewart inherits bases loaded. 2 outs. And Jackson Frankovich at the bat. 0 for 3 in the game. That one low in the dirt. Again, Jack Austin able to keep those from going 5-hole, and a stream of Goldpanners coming through. This one fouled back and out of play.
Heads up in the parking lot. Another foul ball brought to you by Hometown Physical Therapy.
Again tomorrow night, hockey night here at the baseball field. Opportunity for those kids to put their hockey jerseys on in the summer. And that one fouled down the first base line. I don't know if your kids are like some of my friends' kids that are hockey players. I don't think they ever take their jerseys off. So if you smell something tomorrow here, it's hockey gear. For those of you that have kids that have played hockey, or if you've ever been a billet family, you know that smell. And this one popped up high, but that's going to go into the stands possibly, or into the concession area. 1-2 the count. On Frankovich. Five walks in the 6th inning. And this one.
Hit the power pole. You don't see that every day.
Fouled out of play. Everybody back to their bags as the bases are loaded. And the sun now starts to come back out. And a swing and a miss. So Stewart comes in and ends the inning with a strikeout. But the Panners put 3 in there in the bottom of the 6th and now lead this one 8-5 as we go to the top of the 7th. All right, we're back as we go to the top 7. And Bryce Frederick will lead things off here for the Kingsmen. Kingsmen a long way from home out of Rock Hill, South Carolina. Game number 2 of a 4-game stay here in the interior of Fairbanks. Eddie Alfaro stays on the mound for the Goldpanners. 2-0 count. And strike 1 called. Strike 2. 2-2 the count. Ooh, reaching for that one. And they'll throw him out at first for the first out.
Now to bat for the Kingsmen is number 5, Nick Solorzano.
Solorzano now. Left-handed left fielder. Good thing, no, we did have 1 hit batter tonight. It was on Eddie Alfaro, his first pitch at his first batter. Brings it right down the middle for strike 1, 2-1 count with 1 out. Panners with 5 in the bottom of the 5th and 3 in the bottom of 6th. And a couple little raindrops making their way into the press box. That one down into the dirt. Full count on Solizarno. Solizarno with an RBI in the first and 2 strikeouts. That one outside for ball 4. So Alfaro with the walk.
Now at the bat for the Kingsmen is number 31, Blake Beavis.
Blake Beavis, 2 strikeouts and a ground out, comes up with 1 out. The Kingsmen trailing by 3 here in the top of the 7th. High pop fly. Let's see if that's going to go out of play.
One lucky kid's going to walk home with that baseball. That kid got it.
One of us kids out there took his eye off it. Lost him a souvenir. Nice thing is you can bring those back around and have the Goldpanners sign them. One low. Hand outside for ball 1. Evens the count at 1-1. Well, this will get the Goldpanners' eyes used to playing late here. As Wednesday game time starts at 10 o'clock in the 118th Midnight Sun game. Possible double play ball here. There's 1 and 2 with the 6-4-3 double play turned by Alaska.
All right, baseball fans, it's the middle of the 7th inning. It's time to get up on your feet. Get those
5-8 as we go to the 7th inning stretch.
And stretch those legs as we do the 7th inning stretch, Fairbanks style. Oh, where is he? Where is he? No, he's in there. There he is, coming out of the dugout, Mr. Happy Boy! He's going to be wearing a hockey jersey tomorrow. We'll see you tomorrow, Mr. Happy Boy. Now it's back for your Goldpanners, number 28, Donovan Redfield.
All right, we're all stretched out. We're all limbered up here as the Happy Boy gets the crowd up on their feet with their kazoos. And as your public address announcer, Andrew Bunton, said, we'll probably see Happy Boy in a hockey jersey tomorrow. But which one will it be? Will it be Nanooks? Will it be Ice Dogs? Maybe old school Gold Kings. Somebody got a Gold King jersey he can use? And here's a drive out to center field. And Whitaker gets back to that one easily.
Now Up to bat for your Goldpanners is number 7.
Ratfield
Eric Smelko.
pops out to start the 6th. And now Eric Smelko up to bat for the Goldpanners. A little bit of rain falling right now, just a light sprinkle. Just enough to get a little moisture in the dirt. (8-5) Panner lead here in the bottom of the 7th. See if Happy Boy can get a couple more across for Alaska. And there's another drive. Whitaker plays that one perfectly and high steps it with the catch. Alfaro.
For your Goldpanners is number 5, Eddie Alfaro.
Alfaro at the mound as well for Alaska. So far, 2 strikeouts for him and a base hit and an RBI. Strike 1 on him. Well, you can see out on the roads, they're getting a little bit wet, so the rain falling a little harder out there than it's coming here in the press box. Coming down pretty good right now. Let's see how long the fans will ride it out. And this is a high driver. That's going to go out of play.
Heads up. Almost hit that car.
And you see the fans starting to look for some covered areas. Not sure how many they have. They got a couple umbrellas up over there in the beer garden. I don't think it's going to last very long. The sun trying to poke back out as well. Still supposed to have a little concert after this. Boy, Alfaro gets out of the way of that one. And now full count with 2 outs here are in the bottom of the 7th. Gets that one off the handle. Second baseman throws it into the dirt, but man, scooping it up is Blake Beavis. And that's going to do it for your Panners. Scoreless in the bottom of the 7th, 8-5. Goldpanners lead as we go to the 8th.
Is number 21, Jack Gilloway.
All right, we're back here, top of the 8th. Jack Gilloway will come up now. Gilloway with a triple and 2 RBIs in the first. Wow, let's see, here comes the throw. And he gets it to shortstop. Look at him. He is two-stepping out there. Great backup by Barango. Man. We need to cue the da-na-na, da-na-na. That's the Sports Center highlight right there. Oh, look at that. There it was. Great backup by Barango.
Now up to bat for the Kingsmen is number 7, Ryan Fluharty.
Man. Comes up behind that one, and third baseman Matai unable to get to it, but Barango comes up big for the first out. 1-1 now here on the batter, and Ryan Fluharty. Matai and Barango still talking about that one. And foul tip, but down there for out number 2. That's going to be one Barango will be like calling his parents, did you see that? Did you see that play? So hopefully his parents are watching the YouTube broadcast. Beautiful thing of the internet. 2 outs. Nobody on. Barango and Matai still chatting. Two and 0 pitch. Now 3-0. 2 down. Boy, Barango may have been just into the natural grass on that throw. Strike 1 taken. Fouled back for strike 2. Just like that, a full count. 8-5 Panner lead. Panners with 5 in the bottom of the 5th. And 3 runs walked in the bottom of the 6th. And another foul off the end of the bat for Jack Austin. Austin wasn't even sure what the call was going to be. Gets ball 4. And we'll go to the top of the order.
The top of the lineup for the Kingsmen is number 3, Darian Whitaker.
Darian Whitaker, the center fielder. The rain stopped here for now. Called strike 1. Runner gets the lead. Called strike 2. Now Whitaker in the hole, 0-2. 2 down. And here's a drive. Looked like it was going to go further than it does. Out number 3 is Whitaker. Pops out to Drummond.
All right, we got the last round of
Going to the bottom of the 8th here with the Panners leading by 3. All right, we got another pitching change here for the Kingsmen. Now into the game, Matthew Gross from UNC Asheville, hometown of Marvin, North Carolina, the fourth pitcher. Now being used by the Kingsmen. They had 4 last night as well. Panners with a 4-2 victory last night in the opening game of 4 here at Growden.
Heads up behind the grandstand, heads up.
Another one up and over the top here of the grandstand.
That ball was
Makes it
brought to you
0-1.
by Spalding Chiropractic.
Ooh, watch out. Through the legs of the pitcher. The second baseman comes up limping. So base hit up the middle for Carl Peters, who's been having quite the evening. Peters now is 3 for 4. 2 base hits, a double, 2 runs scored. Strikeout in his first at bat. Back to the top of the order. Logan Redeman. Peters looking like he's going to steal. Gets the attention of the catcher in Jack Austin. And gets another big lead as strike 1 is called. 1-1 to count. And a big cut for Redeman. First strike 2. So we're 5 minutes away from the start time of Wednesday night's midnight sun game. So you can kind of tell how the daylight's going to be even on a cloudy night. But they will play with no artificial light at midnight. We'll have the Alaska flag song. And this place will be packed. So if you haven't got your tickets and you're planning on coming, I would recommend that you get your tickets in advance. Otherwise, get here early because there's always a line, even for people just that already have their tickets coming into the game, into the field to get a good seat. Because every seat in this place will be taken. A tradition like none other, the Midnight Sun game here in Fairbanks, Alaska. 2-2. Gets away from the catcher, and the Goldpanners will advance to second base with Carl Peters. Full count. Take a look at the weather forecast for Wednesday right now, and of course it's going to change 15 times. Partly cloudy with highs near 70 and the lows right about 50, so again, that will change. And a call, strike 3 for out number 1 on Logan Redeman.
Now to bat for your Goldpanners is number 17, Robert Matei.
Robert Matei. Comes up with a runner at second base. Let's see Carl Peters out there swatting a bug. Still swatting at it. Still swatting at it. I'm thinking that's a mosquito. We've had a bunch of bees around. I know in my house, man, they have been everywhere. Peter now dancing around. Strike 1 called on Matei, your third baseman for the Goldpanners. 2 pop outs, base hit and a walk, and has scored a run. And Peter's going to go to third. The throw comes in, and he gets picked off for out number 2. So thrown out for the second out here in the bottom of the 8th. Count 1-1 on Robert Matei. Again, this is Matthew Gross on the mound. Two and 1 the count. Boy, if Peters would have just held off, he would have been at third right now off the wild pitch. And that one over Matei's head. We did have one batter hit last night off the helmet. And that one low for ball 4. So Matei with the walk.
This home plate cleaning is sponsored by Otter Dental. Now walking up to bat for your Goldpanners is number 13,
Logan Drummond. Drummond with a base hit, a walk, ground out, and a strikeout. Matei ahead of him on first, but 2 down in the bottom of the 8th. Strike 1. Well, as you look at the scoreboard, Kingsmen put up 4 in the top of the first, trailing right now by 3, so anything is possible here as we get ready for their possible last at bat. That one catches the outside corner for strike 2. And now 0-2 the count here on Drummond. Chopper to the first baseman. Going to send it back underhand to the pitcher and unable to find the bag. So the Goldpanners now with runners at first and second.
Now up to bat for your Goldpanners is number 9, Ty Barango.
Well, here's Ty Barango. Barango with 2 RBIs in the game off his triple in the bottom of the 5th. He had a walk in the 6th. Now 2 runners on with 2 down. And the Panners leading by 3. 10 hits, no errors, 8 runs for Alaska. 5 runs, 6 hits, 1 error for Kingsmen. Can the Panners keep this inning going? And there's a shot to the shortstop. Loses the handle, and here comes the runner. Gonna throw it to home plate, and he is safe. Panners get another one across. And Robert Matei. Wow. Boy, looks routine out there, but the shortstop in Rice unable to get out of his glove, and then it comes out of his glove and rolls around, unable to get the out. As Matei keeps on running and scores, and now it's a 4-run Goldpanner lead. The runners at first and second. Frankovich up. Fouls it out of play.
Heads up in the parking lot, heads up. Another foul ball brought to you by the Glass Doctor.
There's going to be an error on the shortstop. There's a drive. So Lizarno reels that one in. The Panners get another one on and lead by 4 as we go to the top of the ninth, 9-5. Panners on top.
Aiden Rice.
All right, top of the ninth here, trailing by 4. They put up 4 in the top of the first. See if they can repeat it. This is Aiden Rice. He got a base hit in that first inning and scored a run. Now behind in the count, 0-2. Boy, you can tell Alfaro wants to get this one over. 3 hours and 5 minutes into this one, and a strikeout for Alfaro. Cam Troyer steps up for Kingsmen.
Number 18, Cam Troyer.
And he sends a rocket down the first base line, but just goes foul. Hot shot. And goes the opposite way. Sends it down the third baseline out into the parking lot.
Well, that hit somebody's bumper. It didn't hit any glass.
Yeah, call the bumper doctor. Probably do as much damage now with everything rubber or plastic. Nobody up in either bullpen. 1-2 the count. And called strike 3. Back-to-back strikeouts. And now Kingsmen down to their final out here in their second game in Fairbanks of 4. Tomorrow night, 7 o'clock, hockey night, Father's Day, Sunday afternoon, 2 o'clock. Wear layers. One and 0. And that one inside again. one in for strike one. 2-1 the count.
Another one.
Panners again with 9 runs on 10 hits. Fouled out of play for strike 2. Crowd saying one more and finish him. Sure, Alfaro would like to oblige. And this one fouled out of play.
There you go. Grab that ball.
Two and two. Outside. Full count. Again, tomorrow, not sure if I believe John Lorkey going to be up here in the booth, and this one fouled down the third baseline.
Another foul ball.
We've got the Solid as a Rock Fighting Championships tomorrow night over at the Carlson Center, and I do the cage announcing, so committed to them. Garo has the night off. And a swing and a miss, and that is going to do it. And the Goldpanners will take this one by the final score of 9-5. All right, we got the official here from our official scorekeeper. We're going to give Eddie Alfaro the win in this one. Again, Goldpanners come from behind. 5 runs in the bottom of the 5th, 3 runs in the bottom of the 6th, and 1 in the bottom of the 8th to take this one 9-5. Now lead the series 2 games to love, and they will move to 6-2 on the season, and that will put the Kingsmen at 4-2 on their season. So that's going to wrap it up for us here at Growden. Tomorrow night, hockey night here at the Goldpanner Field, and then Sunday afternoon, 2 o'clock. I'll be back Sunday afternoon for that one. So thanks for tuning in wherever you may be watching PannerVision here on YouTube. I'm Ken V. Meyer for everybody here with the Alaska Goldpanners. Your final tonight, 9-5. Have a great night, everybody, and have a wonderful Father's Day weekend.